Welcome to SWIRL AI Search, the podcast that dives deep into the world of enterprise AI search. Discover how to unlock the value hidden within your internal data and accelerate your journey to actionable insights. Let's cut through the noise and find out how you can get the most out of your internal information. As befitting a podcast about AI, this episode was created with the help of Notebook LM. Please enjoy the Swirl AI Search podcast.
Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so you know how everyone's talking about AI agents lately?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a huge topic.
These sort of digital assistants that could, well, maybe plan your whole vacation from just one simple request.
Exactly. That kind of automation potential, it's really compelling for boosting efficiency, getting rid of those tedious tasks.
Definitely. Offloading the chores. But there's a catch, right? Which our source material really drives home.
Hmm.
Imagine trying to find your way around not just like your own house, but a really busy street blindfolded.
Right. That's the analogy they use. It's powerful.
That's basically an AI agent without good access to information. It's just stumbling around in the dark.
And the results won't be good. You can maybe manage in a familiar space, like your house,
Uh-huh.
but out on that busy street,
Mm.
needing real-time info, context, that lack of sight, that data access, it becomes a huge crippling disadvantage.
Leads to mistakes. Inefficiencies, kind of defeats the whole purpose, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Think about booking a specific restaurant, say in Paris. If the agent can't see the latest availability, well, you might end up disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. And this brings us to the core idea, the foundation for making these agents actually work. It's called agentic search.
Sounds a bit technical, maybe?
It does, but the source explains it's actually pretty straightforward. Fundamentally, it's just,
Right.
well, it's search done by the agent.
Precisely. The agent needs information to do its job, so it searches for it.
Simple as that.
But critical.
It really is. For that agent to plan the vacation or handle, complex business stuff, it has to find the right information and find it fast.
Right. Without that rapid, accurate access, you're basically setting them up to fail.
They just won't be effective.
And that's where someone like Dr. Stephen Bolzak comes in. He wrote the source material we're looking at.
Ah, right. His perspective is quite interesting.
It really is, because he gets both sides of it. He has 2 computer science degrees from MIT
Impressive.
and also a doctorate in organizational psychology. Wow, okay. That is a unique combination, CS and psychology.
Yeah. So he understands the tech, the algorithms, all that, but also the human side, how these things fit into how people actually work, how organizations function.
Which is crucial, isn't it? It's not just about coding something clever.
No.
It's about making tools that people can actually use, that integrate well, that are practical.
Exactly. So, okay, the mission for this deep dive.
Right.
How do these AI agents get the information they need? How can they effectively see?
What makes agentic search successful?
Right. What are the building blocks? And importantly, what does this mean for you listening if you're thinking about using these kinds of agents?
Well, the source really flags some key requirements for a good agentic search framework.
Yeah.
And one big one is avoiding this thing called ETL.
Ah, extract, transform, load, the old way of doing things.
Kind of, yeah. Traditionally, you'd pull data from all over, change its format, load it into some central place like a data warehouse before you could analyze it.
Okay.
The source argues pretty strongly that this is, well, not the way to go for agentic search.
Yeah, I can see why. If you want an agent to use your current data for a task, but first you have to copy all of it, maybe into one of those vector databases Owen talks about for AI.
Right. That's often part of the discussion.
That sounds like a massive project. Complex, expensive, takes forever. The very stuff you wanted the AI to help you avoid.
Exactly. The ideal scenario, according to the source, is zero ETL,
Zero ETL.
meaning
Yep.
the agents should access your data structured, unstructured, emails, docs, databases, whatever, where it already is.
Ah, okay. No big move.
No big move. The agent adapts to your setup. You don't have to do this huge, costly, disruptive data migration just to let the agent work.
That sounds like a huge benefit.
It is. Think about the time, the resources you save. You don't spend months rejigging everything just to try out an AI agent.
So a good framework integrates with what you have. It doesn't demand a complete rebuild.
That's the argument. And this ease of integration, it also ties directly into security. That's another critical point the source makes.
Okay, how so?
Well, The agentic search framework must work smoothly with your existing security, your
Yeah.
permissions, your access controls.
Right. So the agent only sees what it's supposed to see, based on rules already in place.
Precisely. You don't want your new AI helper suddenly accessing sensitive files it has no business seeing.
No, definitely not. That would be a nightmare.
So, by using existing security, you avoid that. And you avoid the headache of managing a whole separate security layer just for the AI. It keeps things simpler, safer.
Makes sense. Easier to manage, fewer potential holes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's the quality of the search results themselves. It's not enough for the agent just to find stuff.
It needs the right stuff.
Yes. The framework needs intelligence built in.
Mhm.
It should evaluate results, get rid of duplicates, rank them. Basically, give the agent the most relevant, useful information intelligently.
So the search itself needs to be smart, not just the agent using the search results.
Absolutely. Intelligence at every step. Understanding the request, finding the data, processing it smartly, and tying this all together. Speed of setup. The source really stresses this. Implementing this shouldn't take months and months.
What's the target?
They suggest aiming for, like, a week or less.
Wow, that's fast for this kind of thing.
It is. And that zero ETL approach we talked about, that's key to hitting that speed. Less data to move, less complex configuration.
Okay, let me try and recap. For these AI agents to actually work well, they need fast, accurate info. The search framework needs to find data where it lives, zero ETL.
Right.
Respect existing security,
Retrieval.
deliver smart, refined results,
Yes.
and be quick to set up.
Yeah.
That sounds, well, like a tall order, technically.
It is a challenge.
Right.
But the source does mention a solution designed for this. SWIRL AI search.
SWIRL.
Yeah, it's described as an AI-powered search platform. It can be used directly by people like a normal search tool, but it can also act as that underlying data orchestration layer specifically for AI agents,
Yeah.
handling that agentic search piece.
And does it address those points? Like understanding context. You mentioned the Paris example earlier.
Right. According to the source, yes, it's built to understand context, grasp the meaning behind a query. So hopefully no booking trips to Paris, Texas when you meant France.
Good. That kind of contextual understanding is vital, isn't it? To make sure the agent gets the right information to do the task correctly. Avoid errors.
Exactly. Accuracy matters.
So, as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, the big message seems clear. AI agents have amazing potential, but
But they need that data access.
Right.
Rapid, secure, accurate access.
without that solid foundation, that agentic search piece, they're like that person navigating blindfolded, ineffective, limited.
And the ideal way to provide that foundation, the source argues, is through a framework that works with your existing systems.
Zero ETL, integrates with security, delivers intelligent results, quick setup, no forcing you into some massive disruptive overhaul just to use AI.
That's the core idea. Seamless integration, respecting what you already have, and empowering the agent with smart information retrieval.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. What new things become possible? What cool efficiencies or innovations could you unlock if your AI agents could easily and securely tap into all the information they need right where it sits in your current systems?
Without needing that huge re-engineering effort first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could that enable in your own work, your own data environment? Something definitely worth thinking about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.